Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So basically today we are going to set up and install the MySQL for Windows 10, and after that we are going to proceed and write out the queries onto the MySQL and doing the practical for that thing. Right, so what I will be just doing here is that I'll be writing here MySQL download. Okay, as soon as I just wrote out that particular thing, I'll be redirected to this page. Let me zoom in out so that you are able to see this. Fine. So this is the very first website onto which I would be going on. That is https www.mysql.com. Right. I'm just clicking on this particular link. Okay, so this will be the page where I would be coming here, and just coming down here I'll be getting an option for MySQL community downloads. Right. I'm just clicking on this particular option right here. Now here I have many options. Accordingly, I could just download that whatever are my system requirements, and if you're having Mac or something like that, you could just download accordingly. But right now here I am having Windows. So what I would just do is that I'll be clicking on this particular link, that is MySQL installer for Windows. Right, I would just click on this particular. Now here what I just need to do is that I'll be getting out two options for downloading. First one is this Windows MSI installer, and second one is this Windows MSI installer. Both are actually same. They both are for the 32-bit, but if you are having a 64-bit machine as well, so they work on it. It is no such issue that if it like basically at this particular place 32-bit is written, so that won't work on 64. Right. So what I would be just doing here is that I would be clicking on this download one. Above I would not be downloading because see just see out the numbers as well. Right. Accordingly that will be choosing out, and I'll be just coming on this particular one. So just let me click on download here. So it's asking me that login or sign up or something like that. So first of all, I would just click on no thanks, just start my download. So as soon as I'm just doing out this thing, just have a look downside. That one of the MSI files are getting downloaded. So it is of 451 MB. So it will take a little bit of time for the downloading. Basically, it depends on your internet speed, what you are actually having out, right? So here it is getting downloaded, and after it is getting downloaded, after that we'll be going on for the installation process. So in that there are many options which will be choosing out that okay what you want to install, for what you want to install, what are the other features which you want to do, and rest of the things will be seeing out, right? So here we have downloaded. Now I will just click on this particular. Okay. So it is showing to prepare for the MySQL installer account. It is preparing for that. Now it is asking me to make the changes. I would just click on yes. Right? Fine. After clicking on yes, I'm just redirected to this particular place, and it will take, right, let's see, it will take a little bit of time. See, it's showing that time remaining 6 seconds and 3 and something like that showing out. Fine. So it's asking me to that, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? So I would just click on yes here. Right, do not click on no, otherwise all of the things will be dismissed at that particular place, right? But we do not want out that thing. Fine. So as soon as you have done out the things, you'll be getting out a window like this. Now in the starting, I was telling you that basically you'll be getting many options for the like what type of downloadation you just want for this MySQL. Right, now here we have the developer type. You have developer default, you have server only, you have client, you have full, and here you have custom as well. Right, so I'm just clicking on this custom because I would manually choose out my products that I need to install. So allow, just see what it is written. That allows you to select exactly which project you would like to install. This also allows to pick other server versions and architectures. Right, so I would be just choosing out on my own that what are the things I just want to install with this MySQL. Right, so okay, I will just click on this custom and just come to the next place. Now here we have many options from which you want to choose. So first of all, I just want my SQL server to be downloaded. So just click on this plus sign. Again, just click on this plus sign. Again, click on the plus sign, and yes, here I will be selecting this. Now the first arrow which you are able to see, just click on this. So here we have a list that whatever the products you need to install, all those products will be listed at this particular place. So I have just listed out first of all my SQL server. Then let's see that what is there in application. So in application I have MySQL Workbench, I have Visual Studio, I have Shell, I have routers. Let's do it for the Workbench as well. So I'm just installing the Workbench, and here I will just click on and take it to the other side. Okay, Workbench is done. Then let's install the Shell as well. So I will just click on the Shell as well. So it is as well gone on to the next place, and what is there in MySQL connectors. So yeah, this is basically used that if you just want to connect it with the C++ or G or Net or whatever. So I would just click on this connector for the Python, because I'm just installing that thing as well for me. So here, and after onto this particular place. Right, so these are the four things that I would be installing here. First one is my MySQL server, then I have Workbench, then we have Shell, and then we have connector/Python. Click on the next. Now here basically, yes, so this my server, this is done, and okay, it is installed actually fine. Okay, so what I would just do is that I would be just taking out it to a new place. Let's say I would just simply do it onto the desktop. Okay, in the desktop I would be doing it for the SQL. Fine, click on OK. Right here. Now we just click on the next button. Okay, you selected path. I just want to continue. Yes. Right, now basically here I have four things. So all of these four things we will be installing here. These four things will be installed. So what I would just do, I would just click on this execute. Right, so all of them will be installing one by one. See, the server is basically having some progress for the installation. After that, we'll be moving towards the Workbench. Then here we'll go about the shell, and then we'll be the connector slash. So these are the four installs that will be installed here one by one. See, the first one has been, the status is showing here completed. For the Workbench as well, it's progressing. So for Workbench as well, just basically installing out the things. Right, so as soon as the Workbench is installed, after that this shell would be installed, and after that this connector/Python would be installed. So these are many things which I would be installing at this particular place. Now, as I mentioned in the starting as well, that it totally depends on you that what are the things you want to install here. We had seen many more options at that particular place, right? We had seen that there was we were having server, we were having Workbench, shell, we were having different connectors, like they were for the C++ or J or Net, whatever they were having, right? So further we'll be discussing about the connector with that, how to connect the MySQL databases with the Python. So in that case I just used out this connector for the Python, so I'm just installing that right here. If you do not want, then it's not that much compulsory that you do it right now. You could just do that particular thing afterwards as well, whenever you are just going to need out that thing or something like that. Right, now just have a look that this Workbench is as well installed. Now the shell and this connector, these are the two things that take a little bit of time for the installation. So we'll be installing them right here. So here at this particular place, all of these have been installed. This MySQL server, MySQL Workbench, and the shell and the connector for the Python. All have been completed, and see here the status is showing as complete, right? Now just go on to the next button. So just let's click on next, and yes, ready to configure. Click on next right here. So basically this is for the type and networking. Here we have one port. Okay, you could just change out this number which is written out here, but you should remember this out whatever if you are changing any. Right, so here at this particular place, what is going to happen, that you could just put out this number accordingly, or whatever the number is present right now, you could just take that particular number as well. Okay, just 1 second right here. Okay, so anything of them works actually. Fine, so I would just not change it right here. If you just want, you could do that accordingly, and I would just go on to the next here. So here we have two authentication methods. First one is that use the strong password encryption for authentication, and second one is use legacy authentication method. So I would just go on to the first option only, which is strong password, right? Click on next here. Now, okay, so here actually I just need to quickly put out my current root password which I was having, so that is somewhat I would just put on that. So okay, now here what will come here for you, entering the option would come out. Okay, for me it's not coming because that was once I had already installed that onto my device. That's why it's asking me that previous one only. But as soon as I have right now for you, there must be an option for putting out one-time password, then repeat out that particular password, and downside it will be asking you that add a user or something like that. So you do not need to click on that anything. Simply put out your password and then put out your reset and to recheck out the password, and then click on the next button, right? So here this is your service name, that is okay. standard system account, everything, let that be like this only, whatever is applied here, and just click on the next, right? And here click on the execute. So see, now every of them will be executed line by line here. See, all of the fives which I am having here, these would be executed. So first one was basically the writing the configuration file, then updating Windows payroll rules, then we have adjusting Windows service, starting the server, updating the start menu link. So I would just click on the finish button right now. Okay, just one thing to let you know here that basically if any if it is installing that and something comes between for the Microsoft Visual C++ and they ask you to execute that or something, so just click on the execute or the run button which you were having onto that Microsoft Visual C++, right? If it comes, for me it's not coming out, so click on next and yeah, click on the finish here. So there were two options for starting out the workbench and starting out the shell as well. So I've just clicked on both of these options. So see, first of all, my shell has been opened here for my SQL, and right now the workbench is as well starting, right? So see, this is how the workbench actually looks like. I would just click on this particular option, and okay, for you it must be asking to put out the password. So yeah, just put out the password first of all, and after that downside there must be a checkbox. So click that checkbox as well, because I have already put on the password and this was once installed onto my device, so it is not asking me to again and again put out the password, right? Just do out the settings. And yes, this is how the whole workbench looks like. This is where we just write out the codes, and downside the rectangular box which you are able to see here, we just see out the outputs whatever we are having. After that, this button which you are able to see here in this between one, right? This is basically used to execute out the statement. Okay, this is basically if you are executing out the query, a selected part of a script, then this first button is used out, and if you are executing the whole statement with the keyboard cursor, so this particular sign is used, or the second one. Okay, so these were the two important options regarding this workbench. And after, as we move towards the next video, so from next video we'll be start implementing out the queries onto this workbench, and let's see how are the queries executed, how we can just make out the databases, what are the ones which are already stored here, and how we can just use them all, right? So we'll be seeing all of these things in the next videos. So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.